Bob Lazar's claims about UFOs, alien technology, and secret government programs continue to spark heated debates. Whether you believe his story or not, the questions he raised about the possibilities of extraterrestrial life and advanced technologies have kept people fascinated and scared for decades. The UFOs at S4. Bob Lazar's most famous claim centers around the existence of 9 alien spacecraft hidden at a secretive base near Area 51. It's called S4. Now, Lazar stated that these UFOs were unlike anything that we've ever seen. According to him, these ships were shaped like discs with a highly advanced propulsion system that defied the laws of physics. How fun is that? The UFOs didn't use traditional engines or wings. Instead, they had a device that manipulated gravity, allowing them to float, hover, and zip around at unimaginable speeds. Yeah, they can control gravity. That's kind of not fair. Lazar even claimed that he got to work up close with one of these crafts, where he witnessed firsthand how it could move in ways that no human-made craft could, essentially appearing to break all known laws of physics. Element 115. One of the most significant claims Lazar made was about a mysterious element called Element 115. Now, when Lazar spoke about it in the late 1980s, Element 115 had not yet been discovered. Yeah, spoiler alerts, Lazar. He claimed that it was used as a power source for these UFOs. Now, according to Lazar, when Element 115 was exposed to radiation, it generated a gravity field strong enough to power the spacecraft, allowing them to float and travel at speeds that seem impossible by today's standards. In 2003, scientists created a synthetic version of Element 115, but it is highly unstable and only lasts for a fraction of a second. But that's a start. Lazar's description sparked further interest in the element, as it seemed to align with the scientific discovery of a new element, adding weight to his claims. Anti-gravity technology. Lazar often spoke about the anti-gravity technology used in these UFOs. It's the most important part, right? He describes it in detail. He claims the flying saucers would utilize a gravity manipulation device that bends the fabric of space-time around them. So nothing's going on in the ship, but they move everything else around it. Confusing. This device, in Lazar's view, didn't just allow the ships to float, it enabled them to perform maneuvers that seemed literally impossible, such as sharp turns, sudden stops, or instant accelerations without the inertia or forces that human pilots would experience. You ever see those videos of pilots passing out? That wouldn't happen here at all. Lazar suggested that the technology was so advanced that it defied everything we know about propulsion, gravity, and physics in general. He described it as a game changer, of course. If we could replicate it, it could revolutionize not only space travel, but energy generation as well. Yeah, no more buses. We're going to be floating to school in the future. The sport model UFO. In addition to the larger, more mysterious crafts, Lazar also described a smaller UFO, which he referred to as the sport model. It's kind of funny. This craft was only about 16 feet wide and could carry a small crew or just a single pilot. Lazar had the opportunity to examine the sport model closely, and he describes its designs as unlike anything created by human beings. One of the most fascinating aspects of said sport model, according to Lazar, was its method of control. See, instead of using buttons, levers, or any conventional instrument, steering wheel, anything like that, this UFO seemed to respond directly to the pilot's thoughts. Imagine that. It was as if the ship was alive, anticipating the pilot's actions and moving accordingly. Lazar's descriptions made the ship seem more like a living organism rather than an actual machine, and he believed that it was the next step in extraterrestrial technology. Driving with your mind? That'd be a bad idea. Sometimes when I drive, I'll just kind of blank out and miss the last 5 streets. If that happened in space, you'd be lost forever. Gravity amplifiers. A crucial piece of the UFO's technology that Lazar described was the gravity amplifier. Now, these devices were used to manipulate gravitational fields and enabled the UFOs to achieve this incredible flight ability, right? According to Lazar, the gravity amplifiers worked by amplifying the gravitational field of element 15, which I talked about earlier. This would allow the UFO to manipulate space-time in such a way that they could just float lightly and move in ways that seem impossible for any Earth-made technology. Lazar emphasized that this was the key to understanding the UFO's ability to defy gravity and perform seemingly impossible feats like instant acceleration or sudden changes in direction. Maybe this is exactly what Lazar was talking about. Maybe that's why we can't get one of them on camera. They're too quick. The reverse engineering program. At S4, Lazar claimed that the government was running a program to reverse engineer alien technology, stuff we find lying around, with the goal of understanding how the UFOs worked and eventually using this knowledge to create human-made versions of the crafts. Lazar stated that his job was to help study the propulsion systems of the UFOs, although he was only given limited access to the technology. More than fair. I mean, it's alien technology, not everyone gets to touch it. He explained that the project was highly secretive and the scientists scientists working on the UFOs weren't told everything. Each person involved only knew a small part of a large puzzle. Lazar believed the ultimate goal of the program was to develop advanced weaponry and technology by harnessing the power of alien spacecrafts. That would be terrifying. Independence Day, but make it real. Extraterrestrial biological entities. While Lazar didn't claim to have met any aliens himself, he did describe what he called extraterrestrial biological entities, or EBEs. These were alien beings that Lazar believed were connected to the UFOs that he worked on. He said that one of these beings was kept at Facility S4 and that it was a small, gray, and very similar to the grays often depicted in UFO lore. It was a little tiny gray alien. Apparently he saw it. He said he was told that the beings were part of ongoing research into alien technology. Now this of course adds another layer to Lazar's story, implying that the government not only has UFOs, but also has access to alien bodies or living extraterrestrials. Free my boy E.T. S4's location and security. So where is this S4 base that I keep mentioning? Lazar gave detailed descriptions of the secret base that he worked at, which he said was located near Papoose Lake, about 12 miles south of the famous Area 51. He claimed the base was highly secure with layers of protection to keep intruders away. Now Lazar described the base as having multiple security checkpoints, armed guards, surveillance cameras, and restricted areas. All the goods. He emphasized how secretive the whole operation was, with very few people knowing the full scope of the research taking place right there. Lazar himself was only allowed to work on certain parts of the UFOs, and he wasn't briefed on the bigger picture, right? They only know a small amount each. Now this sense of secrecy only deepened the mystery of S4, leading to endless speculation about what or where exactly the government is hiding. Project Pluto. One of the more intriguing pieces of Lazar's story involves a top secret project that he mentioned called Project Pluto. Lazar said this was the code name for the program aimed at studying alien spacecraft and attempting to reverse engineer their technology. Although Lazar didn't know all of the details, he believed that Project Pluto was one of the government's most ambitious and secretive operations ever, and it focused on understanding how the UFOs worked and how they could use their technology and, you know, make an iPod out of it or something crazy. Lazar's brief exposure to the project gave him insight into how the government was actively trying to decode alien tech, but he had only a small piece of the puzzle, so we gotta wait to find out more. Lazar's disappearance. After Lazar revealed his UFO-related claims, something strange happened. Many of his personal records seemed to disappear. He claimed to have attended both MIT and Caltech, but when researchers tried to verify this, there were no records of his attendance. Nothing could be found. Likewise, people who knew Lazar before his UFO story didn't seem to remember him now. Some people believe Lazar was intentionally erased from public records to silence him, suggesting that the government took extreme measures to make sure that he stayed quiet and their alien secrets stayed closed off. His sudden disappearance from the public eye only adds to the mystery, and many are wondering still to this day, was he a whistleblower telling the truth, or was his story fabricated for personal gain?
The Nevada desert, a vast and desolate expanse, holds more secrets than most of us can imagine. Deep within its heart, according to some, lies a hidden world of classified research, where government scientists grapple with the impossible: reverse engineering alien technology. This is the extraordinary claim of Bob Lazar, a controversial figure who alleges to have witnessed firsthand the fruits of this clandestine endeavor. But is there any truth to his astonishing claims? Did NASA and the US government truly acquire and study extraterrestrial technology? Bob Lazar's story sounds like something out of a spy movie. Imagine this. You're a brilliant scientist, working on cutting-edge projects at a top-secret government lab like Los Alamos. You're pushing the boundaries of human knowledge, exploring the mysteries of the universe. Then, suddenly, you're recruited for an even more secretive project, something so classified it defies belief. That's how Lazar describes his own experience. He paints a picture of being whisked away to a remote location, a hidden facility known as S4 near Area 51. He talks about being introduced to technology that seemed to defy the laws of physics, technology that he claims was of extraterrestrial origin. It's a story that's captivated the public for years, a tantalizing glimpse into a world of government secrecy and the possibility of contact with otherworldly beings. Whether or not his claims are true remains a mystery, but Lazar's story serves as a reminder that the boundaries between science fiction and reality can sometimes blur, and that there are still many secrets hidden within the shadows of our own world. Imagine a secret facility hidden deep within the Nevada desert, so well concealed that it almost seems to vanish into thin air. That's how Bob Lazar describes S4, the top secret location where he claims to have worked on extraterrestrial technology. Lazar paints a picture of a place shrouded in mystery, a place that could easily be mistaken for a mirage shimmering in the desert heat. He describes S4 as being ingeniously camouflaged, designed to blend seamlessly with the surrounding landscape. It was a place built to be invisible, hidden from prying eyes and shrouded in secrecy. It's a scenario straight out of a spy movie, a place where the lines between reality and fiction blur. While Lazar's claims remain unverified, the idea of a hidden facility, a place of forbidden knowledge, deep within the heart of the American desert, continues to fascinate and intrigue people around the world. This is a world where every move you make is monitored, every conversation is recorded, and even your very bones are scanned for identification. That's the kind of security environment Bob Lazar describes at S4, the alleged secret facility where he claims to have worked on extraterrestrial technology. Security was paramount. Armed guards patrolled every corner, surveillance cameras watched your every move, and an advanced security system, beyond anything you'd find at an airport, scanned your very bones for identification. It was like something out of a spy movie, a place where paranoia and secrecy were the norm. Lazar describes an environment governed by the principle of need to know. Information was tightly controlled, doled out sparingly, like precious jewels. You only learned what you absolutely had to know, ensuring that the secrets of S4 remain just that, secrets. This creates a sense of intrigue and mystery around the alleged facility. It paints a picture of a place where the lines between reality and fiction blur, where the pursuit of knowledge is intertwined with the need for absolute secrecy. Imagine a flying saucer, straight out of a classic sci-fi movie, hovering silently in a hangar. That's what Lazar claims to have witnessed. He describes encountering 9 different extraterrestrial spacecraft, each with its own unique design and capabilities. Among these, the sport model stands out in his accounts. He describes it as a sleek, disc-shaped craft, almost like something you'd see in a 1950s sci-fi magazine. But this wasn't a movie set. Lazar claims this was real, an actual alien spacecraft. And here's the mind-blowing part. Lazar alleges he was part of a team tasked with reverse engineering the propulsion systems of these crafts. Imagine trying to understand how a technology that defies all known laws of physics actually works. It's like trying to figure out how a magic trick works, but instead of sleight of hand, you're dealing with forces beyond human comprehension. Lazar describes these propulsion systems as operating on principles completely alien to our own, potentially involving gravitational manipulation, or even the manipulation of spacetime itself. It's a concept that stretches the limits of our imagination, forcing us to question our own understanding of the universe and the possibilities that might exist beyond our current knowledge. At the heart of these incredible alien spacecraft, according to Bob Lazar, was a mysterious substance called Element 115. You might be thinking, what's Element 115? And you wouldn't be alone. At the time Lazar made his claims, scientists hadn't even officially recognized this element. Think of it like discovering a new ingredient in the kitchen, one that nobody knew existed before. Element 115, which was later added to the periodic table and named Moscovium, was supposedly the key to these alien spacecraft's incredible propulsion systems. Lazar claimed this element, with its unique properties, allowed the craft to manipulate gravity. It's like having a secret ingredient that makes your car fly. These alien spacecraft, he suggests, could defy the laws of gravity as we understand them, performing maneuvers that would be impossible for any human-made machine. It's a mind-bending concept, like something out of a science fiction movie. If true, it would revolutionize our understanding of physics and open up incredible possibilities for space travel. Instead of relying on rockets or engines, Lazar describes these alien spacecraft as utilizing a completely different approach to propulsion. Imagine these crafts equipped with a central reactor, not unlike the engine in your car, but instead of burning fuel, it interacts with a mysterious substance called Element 115. This reactor, according to Lazar, works in conjunction with 3 gravity amplifiers. Think of them like supercharged magnets, but instead of attracting metal, they manipulate gravity itself. Lazar claims these amplifiers could bend and warp spacetime, allowing the craft to travel vast distances in an instant. It's like folding a piece of paper to connect 2 distant points. Instead of driving across the country, you simply fold the map and arrive at your destination instantly. That's the kind of technology Lazar describes, technology that defies our current understanding of physics and opens up the possibility of interstellar travel in ways we can't even begin to comprehend. The Bob Lazar story is a fascinating blend of science, speculation, and secrecy. Did the US government, in the shadows of the Nevada desert, truly acquire and study alien technology? Did they, as Lazar claims, reverse engineer propulsion systems that defy our current understanding of physics? These are questions that continue to captivate and intrigue us. While Lazar's claims remain unverified and highly controversial, his story serves as a reminder of the vast unknowns that still exist within our own world. It forces us to question what we think we know about our place in the universe and the potential for extraordinary discoveries, even within the most secretive corners of our own government. The truth may never be fully known, leaving us to ponder the possibilities, to question what lies beyond the veil of secrecy, and to wonder if the true frontiers of science and technology are hidden from public view. Bob Lazar, a figure who's become synonymous with the Area 51 mystery, claims to have worked on classified government projects involving extraterrestrial technology. While his claims remain highly controversial and lack scientific evidence, Lazar has shared some intriguing, albeit unverified, opinions on alien life. Imagine working on something completely beyond human comprehension. That's what Lazar alleges, claiming to have encountered technology far surpassing anything we've ever conceived. He's described encountering beings and technology that seem to operate on principles we don't yet understand. Alleging to have worked at a clandestine facility known as S4 near Area 51, where he encountered technology unlike anything we've ever seen. He describes witnessing advanced propulsion systems, spacecraft that defied the laws of physics as we understand them, and even interacting with beings that seem to possess a knowledge and understanding far beyond our own. Lazar suggests these beings might perceive reality differently, perhaps operating on principles of physics we haven't even begun to grasp. It's like stepping into a science fiction movie, encountering technology that seems to bend the very fabric of reality. While his claims remain unverified and highly controversial, Lazar's accounts have sparked a wave of speculation and debate, forcing us to question our own understanding of the universe and the possibility of life beyond Earth. Lazar's speculations, while controversial, have sparked a broader conversation about the nature of intelligence and the possibility of life beyond Earth. Do aliens perceive reality differently? Do they possess technology that defies our current understanding of physics? These are mind-bending questions that Lazar's claims have brought to the forefront, even if the answers remain elusive. According to Lazar, instead of rockets and fuel, these alien spacecraft might manipulate the very fabric of space-time itself. One Lazar suggests that the technology may involve warping space, kind of like folding a piece of paper to shorten the distance between 2 points. Think of it like this. Instead of driving a car across the country, you could simply fold the map in half, bringing your destination much closer. That's the kind of technology Lazar claims to have seen, the ability to manipulate space-time itself, allowing for instantaneous travel across vast distances. It's mind-bending to even consider, isn't it? We're talking about technology that could potentially revolutionize our understanding of the universe. Of course, these are just claims, and we have no way of verifying their truth. But they certainly spark the imagination and make us wonder about the incredible possibilities that might exist beyond the limits of our current understanding. Lazar's claims remain highly controversial and lack scientific corroboration. However, his theories have sparked a broader conversation about the possibility of extraterrestrial life and the potential implications of encountering other intelligent beings. When we imagine alien technology, our minds often jump to Hollywood, laser beams, spaceships that defy gravity, and maybe even mind control. We picture technology that's like our own, just supercharged. But leading scientific theories suggest alien technology might operate on principles far beyond our current comprehension. Think about it. We humans rely heavily on electricity, right? We use it for everything from lighting our homes to powering our computers. But what if an alien civilization evolved on a planet with different resources, different environmental conditions? They might have developed technologies based on entirely different principles, perhaps harnessing forces we haven't even begun to understand. Imagine a civilization that evolved on a planet with abundant antimatter, a substance that, when combined with matter, releases pure energy. They might have developed propulsion systems that utilize this incredible power source, making our rockets and spaceships seem incredibly primitive in comparison. It's like comparing a horse-drawn carriage to a modern jet, a completely different level of technology. This helps us realize that alien technology might not just be a more advanced version of our own. It could be something completely different, something that operates on principles we haven't even begun to fathom. This idea is truly mind-blowing and highlights how much we still have to learn about the universe and the potential for life beyond Earth. Imagine you could fold a piece of paper in half and instantly connect two distant points. That's the kind of concept some scientists are exploring when they talk about manipulating the fabric of spacetime. Instead of traveling vast distances through the traditional three dimensions, they theorize about bending and warping the very fabric of the universe itself. It's like creating shortcuts through the cosmos, allowing for instantaneous travel across vast distances. Think of it like this. Instead of driving across the country, you could simply fold the map in half and instantly arrive at your destination. Of course, this is a simplified analogy, but it helps to illustrate the mind-bending concept of space-time manipulation. While these ideas might seem like science fiction, they are based on some of the most advanced theories in physics. It's a reminder that our understanding of the universe is constantly evolving, and there are still many incredible possibilities waiting to be discovered. This expanded version aims to make the concept of space-time manipulation more relatable and understandable for a general audience by using familiar analogies and emphasizing the mind-bending nature of these theoretical concepts. Hollywood loves to depict alien invasions as spectacular, over-the-top events. Giant spaceships blotting out the sun, laser beams scorching cities, and armies of monstrous aliens marching across the landscape. It's thrilling to watch, but a realistic alien invasion might be far more subtle and insidious. Instead of a dramatic, head-on assault, an advanced alien civilization employed more sophisticated tactics. Think about it. If you were a truly advanced civilization, wouldn't you want to minimize casualties and maximize your control? They might begin by subtly influencing our technology, subtly manipulating our systems, and gathering intelligence without our knowledge. Imagine advanced AI infiltrating our networks, subtly guiding our decisions, or even manipulating our very thoughts. It might not involve giant robots or laser beams, but rather a silent takeover, a subtle manipulation of our society from within, leaving us unaware of our captors until it's too late. Imagine this. You're at work, scrolling through social media, unaware that the algorithms you're interacting with are subtly manipulating your opinions, guiding your choices, even influencing your emotions. This might sound like science fiction, but it's not entirely far-fetched when considering the possibility of an advanced alien civilization. Think about how technology already influences our lives: social media, news algorithms, even the devices in our homes. Now imagine an alien civilization with technology far surpassing our own, capable of subtly manipulating these systems, influencing our thoughts and guiding our actions without us even realizing it. It's a chilling thought, but perhaps a more realistic scenario for an advanced civilization. Why risk open conflict and potential losses when you can achieve your goals through subtle manipulation and technological superiority? It's a reminder that the most effective invasions might not be the most obvious ones. This isn't to say a Hollywood-style invasion is impossible, but a more nuanced approach might be far more effective for a truly advanced civilization. After all, why risk open conflict and potential losses when you can achieve your goals through subtle manipulation and technological superiority? It's a chilling thought, but perhaps a more realistic one. The idea of an alien invasion often conjures up images of Hollywood blockbusters, giant spaceships, laser beams, and armies of monstrous aliens. But what if an advanced civilization were to approach Earth with a more subtle, insidious strategy? Could an alien invasion occur without the fanfare of the dramatic? Some believe so. Perhaps a more advanced civilization would prioritize subtlety, seeking to influence and control us from within. This brings us back to figures like Bob Lazar, who claimed to have witnessed advanced alien technology. If his claims, however controversial, offer even a glimpse of the potential capabilities of extraterrestrial intelligence, it raises unsettling questions. Could an advanced civilization possessing technology far beyond our comprehension subtly manipulate our systems, influence our decisions, and ultimately control us without us even realizing it?